Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and I'm the girl on Bloor. I show you how to make quick and easy recipes that are perfect for meal prep and living a healthy lifestyle no matter how busy you get. Today I'm especially excited about this delicious skillet meal I'm about to show you because it is packed with protein and veggies and comes together in less than 30 minutes. You probably also already got all the spices on hand for the easy seasoning in your pantry as well. Say hello to the easiest ever skillet shrimp fajitas. They come together in one pan and then all you have to do is serve with some corn tortillas and dinner is served. I love this particular recipe for meal prep because it comes together so quickly and easily, and then you have a whole set of lunches ready for the week. There's minimal cleanup because of the one pan, and the leftovers reheat really well, so you really have no excuse not to try them. Okay, let's dive in. So first up, let's get our ingredients together. You're going to need olive oil, shrimp, fajita seasoning, garlic, lime juice, soy sauce, vinegar, a red onion, 3 bell peppers, cilantro, limes, and tortillas. Essentially, you'll be marinating the shrimp, getting a little bit of char on the peppers and onions, and then cooking everything together for just 2 or 3 minutes until the shrimp is cooked through. Easiest recipe ever. All right, let's get that marinade going. So the very first thing you need is fajita seasoning, and I'll show you how to make that quickly. You can use store-bought to speed up the process, but it's also so easy to make it in bulk at home and then have it ready to go for future recipes. Less processed ingredients and sodium, so it's healthier, you know the drill. So to make homemade fajita seasoning, you need 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon each of salt and pepper, and then 1 pinch of chili flakes. Mix that up together in a small bowl, ideally one that comes with a lid so that you can store it in your spice drawer for future recipes. Out of that seasoning mix, you'll take 1 tablespoon and add it to a large bowl. From there, add 1 tablespoon of lime juice, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and then mix in some salt and pepper to taste, and add 2 cloves of minced garlic. Give that all a stir, then add 1 pound of shrimp and toss to coat. You'll let that marinate for about 10 minutes. Shrimp don't take long to marinate at all, so while they're sitting, chop up your veggies and get them going in the frying pan. You'll slice up 1 red onion, or half of a large red onion, and then you'll slice up 1 red pepper, 1 yellow pepper, and 1 green pepper. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a large skillet over high heat and wait for the oil to start smoking. We want that skillet and the oil to be nice and hot so we get the char on those peppers and onions. You can technically make this recipe on a sheet pan, but I prefer going the skillet route because you really get those sizzling peppers and onions that you associate with fajitas, and it's about the same sort of recipe in terms of just having the one pan and having it come together in about half an hour. Plus, there's no need to turn on the oven. You know how I hate running up the hydro bill. Guess I'm an adult now. Okay, so add your peppers and onions to your hot skillet and saute for 2 to 3 minutes until they start to soften and get all charred. The secret to the char is making sure not to stir them too often. It is a fine balance because you don't want them to burn, but you also don't want them to get all soft and mushy by stirring too often either. At this point, your shrimp should be done marinating so you can add them to the skillet along with the sauce. This is your seasoning, so you want to get all of it into that skillet so that it can also bring flavor to the peppers. Now, if you've ever cooked shrimp, you know it gets cooked in like 2 minutes flat, so that's the cook time I'm giving you here. This way, nothing gets overcooked since the peppers also tend to cook quickly. We're looking for shrimp that are no longer translucent, have just turned pink, and peppers that are still perfectly tender crisp. Once that shrimp is cooked, remove everything from heat and get ready to plate. But first, add some lime wedges and a sprinkling of cilantro for good measure. Yes, you can leave the cilantro out if you're one of those people who think it tastes like soap. For serving, I recommend corn tortillas. While the shrimp is cooking, you can warm them in the oven wrapped in foil for a couple of minutes, or you can microwave a stack of them for 30 seconds until they are soft, warm, and pliable. You can also use flour tortillas instead, as I know corn tortillas can be hard to find in most major grocery stores, but I highly recommend the corn because they are so much more flavorful and they are lower in calories, meaning you can have more of them. More food is always a win in my books. Once your tortillas are warmed up, serve your shrimp fajitas over top, maybe add a little bit of cheese and a squeeze of lime wedge, and enjoy. You're going to love these flavorful fajitas. They've got the perfect little hint of spice, but aren't overwhelmingly so, making them the perfect family-friendly dinner idea. And see how quickly they come together? You'll barely have any dishes to do, and they come together in 30 minutes or less. If you'd like a more filling side, you can serve up some seasoned rice alongside them, or even some roasted potatoes, but I find the corn tortillas are more than enough. Kinda turns them into tacos. Serve them with sour cream and salsa and you're set for the best night ever. Now for the leftovers. They do last for up to 5 days in the fridge, and you can either reheat in the microwave or, my personal favorite, in a skillet to get back some of that char on the peppers. Unfortunately, these fajitas don't freeze very well because the peppers develop too soft of a texture, which can be off-putting to some people. But they are a great meal for the fridge because the flavors stay the same even once reheated. Just be sure to sprinkle some water over top first if you're reheating in the microwave so the shrimp doesn't dry out. If you're totally digging these shrimp fajitas, then you'll just love my sheet pan chicken fajitas. They're a similar concept made using many of the same ingredients and boneless, skinless chicken breasts to switch it up. I've linked to them in my caption, along with some recipes for other Tex-Mex favorites on the blog that I just know you're gonna love. If you end up trying this recipe, be sure to tag me on Instagram so that I can share your pics, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more delicious, healthy recipes. Thanks so much for hanging with me here today. I'll see you again next week with more tasty eats. Take care.